Response video to periurban. Yes, it's a walk and talk. Some guy posted a blog about my videos. It's just kind of funny. He complained about the walk and talks. Too bouncy. But whatever. Basically a good review, so I won't complain. Anyway, so periurban has posted a whole, a bunch of crap on vlogger heads for whatever reason. Apparently likes writing more than talking, so that's fine. I suppose, if that's how you're more comfortable. But that's sort of the weird standard. I place a higher standard on written words. If you're going to write words, then you better be damn careful. Because you have the opportunity to be careful. Because you're not talking off the top of your head. So if you're going to write a script, yeah, you got to take more responsibility for your insults and your rudeness. And frankly, Perry, you're preposterously rude. And you're an obnoxious asshole, and you deserve to be called that. Our conflict was started by you. You used the word naive, thinking you used it 3 times in 5 sentences, and you think somebody's going to. Well, how is somebody going to respond to that accusation of naivete? Well, I have to prove that I'm about 100 times smarter than you, 100 times more informed than you about how the universe works, physics, electronics, electricity, biology. You pick a subject, asshole. Yeah, maybe you can read music better than me, no doubt about it. Yeah, you want to put your naivete against mine, I think I'll kick your fucking ass. And so you started the fight, asshole. You come with the insults and then you expect somebody to say what to you? All I have to say to you is fuck you. You prove it or shut the fuck up. That's an accusation, asshole. You're making accusations. Okay? If you can't back them up, then fuck you. Okay? You deserve nothing more than you deserve nothing from somebody. You deserve nothing. Okay? You should break the basic rules. Accusations are easy to make. Okay? They really are. And so if you're not going to do that responsibly, and it's really hard to defend yourself against an accusation like that. Oh, what? Do I have to prove that I'm not naive, you dumb fuck? Yeah, so I'll recite everything I know about, planet Earth and human evolution. Fuck you. I mean, you're just too preposterous. It's a ludicrous expectation you assholes have. So exactly what kind of words are okay and what kind of words aren't? You know, if I say imbecile to your naive, is that okay? If I call you a retard, is that okay? Or is it just fucktard that's not okay? I've said this before, but this just makes it all so obvious, the game you people are playing. You have no argument, so you're just making it about the fact that my personality is a little animated, a little reckless, a little sloppy. And so you'll make that the subject, because you're pussies and you're cowards and you can't really fight the fight. Alright, so the argument here is that basically, I mean, I should go through the whole thing here, but there's no point really. But we'll see. I mean, it's just, yeah, this is way too long a video. I shouldn't be doing personal instruction on the internet. So anyway, so look, but the point is here, Perry, you keep talking about some sort of equity of opinion. It's not equity of action. Okay, there's a huge difference between somebody who chooses to drink and drive and somebody who doesn't. The guy who doesn't have to defend his not drinking and driving. The guy who does drink and drive has to defend his action. So you're just not getting it. The imposers are the aggressors. They're the ones saying, I know it's going to be okay. I know I'll do no harm. I know I'm capable of taking care of this. I'm in control. I have the power. I'll take responsibility. I'll be accountable. That's what you're saying and you're not doing. So you can't see the difference between that? You're the aggressor. You've decided to say your opinion is good enough to impose life on someone like me. That your opinion trumps my opinion because you will act on biology. And you're not even acting on biology. You're just making a fist and deciding where you're going to throw it. And you're saying you have a right to throw it anywhere you want. You have a right to do anything you want. And I'm saying that's a pile of shit. You're the aggressor. You have the burden of proof. Let me repeat that for you. You have the burden of proof. I don't have to prove life sucks. All I have to prove is that you're being more aggressive than the proof you can carry, than the argument you can make. You can't defend your aggressiveness with somebody else's welfare. You're rolling dice with somebody else's welfare. You're the aggressor, and all you have to back it up is, well, the DNA says I can do it. And obviously I've made the rational argument that that's an irrational response. That's way too short of good enough to say DNA says so. That's just too bogus for words. But it litters your argument. You've typed all this crap talking about some sort of other thing the human race is doing, some other mission, and yet you won't detail it. There's other values besides pleasure and suffering. Well, you have to articulate those other values. What are they? How do they not impact pleasure or suffering? How do they not create pleasure or suffering? So you can't say there's some other value in the universe besides the comfort of sentient being. You can't say there's some other value and then not articulate what that value would be. And you don't do that anywhere in this crap. All right? You're going to say love or a sing-song? Well, guess what? That just has value because it pleases some sentient humans. Some people like eating sushi. That doesn't mean sushi is a universal value. Doesn't mean it is something. It only has value because it affects things that feel. Idiot. Retard. Moron. Fucknut. So yeah, I'll read his last sentence first, I guess. It's usually a good way to start. I comprehend your ideology. No, you don't, because you don't deal with the basic argument, which was the drunk driving argument. I've made it now 4 times to your face. You still haven't responded to it. So it's, yes, the drunk has to justify his behavior. If he's going to say, I can do it, I can handle it, he's got to somehow defend how he's going to be accountable if he's wrong. How are you accountable, Perry? Oh, that's right, you're not. I understand what you are arguing. Well, you keep saying you do, but you don't respond as if you do. You don't respond to direct questions. And I support your right to express that view. So who cares? Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want. I support your right to have a YouTube channel. I don't support your right to talk trash about me on other people's videos. I think that's a wrong. I don't think that's a right. I think it's rude. I think it's obnoxious. I think it's a demonstration of your lack of integrity, your lack of character. I think it means you're a shitty human being. I think it's evidence of you being a shitty human being, that you'll talk behind somebody's back on somebody else's video, characterize them personally. I think it demonstrates you to be a fucking weasel cunt. I'll say it right to your face. You're a fucking weasel cunt. I won't do it in some back door on somebody else's video, you piece of shit. I'll say fuck you right to your fucking useless face. You trash talking pile of turd. Yeah. Alright. So, we'll do some more of this shit. But yeah, obviously... Oh, was there more? I think there was. What I object to is your assertion that your truth and your point of view is the only rational perspective. Well, guess what, fucknut? Like with evolution, until somebody provides even a hope of an alternative possible truth, that's you got to go with it. The evidence is overwhelming. Okay, yeah, I know in your world, OJ is innocent. I know in your world you couldn't even convict Adolf Hitler of a crime because you want some sort of written in the ground proof. You want God to actually say it right on the ground. Periurban, you're a weasel cunt. Until God writes that on the ground, periurban, you're a weasel cunt, you're not going to believe it. Well, that's not the real world. Real world is we have to go based on the preponderance of the evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. I believe beyond a reasonable doubt that suffering sucks. I believe beyond a reasonable doubt that we evolved from unintelligent matter, that there is no ultimate singularity purpose, that we are basically just cleaning up the mess that sentience creates, that the only real positive in the world is preventing the negative. These are all things I believe. Why should I not act on them? Why should I diminish them? Why, like you, should I say it's okay to have World War III, and it's okay to have World War IV, it's okay to have World War V? You acquiescers, you sympathizers, you acceptors are the fucking blight of the fucking planet. That's why the planet sucks, is because you jackasses keep laying eggs on branches and saying that's good enough. It's not good enough. And until you do it good enough, you're irresponsible motherfucking cunt assholes. And even though God hasn't written it in the soil yet, it's the fucking truth. You're an asshole. Only view the rational perspective. Well, again, like I said, you have offered no other, you've rationally made no counter argument. Your only counter argument is, you call me a bad name and hurt my feelings. Fuck you. That's not a counter argument. And you, of course, okay, we'll give you the credit. You have said that everybody's opinion is the same, and you said that you can believe everything's okay. It's all subjective. That we can't somehow evaluate basic truths. That we can't say something like one gummy bear is not worth 10 years of torture on the rack. Yeah, we can't say that as an absolute truth, that one gummy bear, the pleasure of eating one little gummy bear, no rational sentience would accept 10 years in prison for one fucking gummy bear. No, I think we can. So there are the absolutes, the extremes. We definitely can establish those as truths. And you assholes, you fence walkers, will just obsess about the minutia. Now, we can put most things in categories of, oh God, that sucks, or yeah, that's a good thing. And we can also understand the concept of desire and how it perverts perception. We know how that works. Heroin is crap. People who are addicted to it think it's something other than crap. That's how it works. We understand that dynamic, and it has to be, we have to adjust our perspective, understanding that our need, that our emptiness, our desire, our want, our fear is corrupting our perception of the value of this forced march. All right. And especially culture is influencing your perspective. You think because the majority is doing it, it's okay. Well, that's not how it works either. Yes, as a civilization, democracy works. It's the only choice. There's nothing else. But it doesn't establish a truth that we know. The majority can be wrong. They can be very wrong, as George Bush demonstrates. All right, Gary, your technique is brutal, for which I expect no apology. Yeah, I don't think you deserve an apology. Like I said, you started it, asshole. Okay, your video on this subject was an absolute pile of shit. You didn't make a counter argument. You just insulted people who believe in the philosophy. That's all you did. And you got back exactly what you deserved. You got called the asshole you implied other people to be. So, fuck you. You got what you deserved. It isn't based on reasoned argument. Neither was your video. But on abuse and confrontation. Yeah, that's all your video was, abuse. Your video was just an insult, a petty, patronizing, we the majority are, God, we can't even understand how nutty you people are. That's all you did, asshole. And if you don't think a rational person of integrity would find that insulting, then you're too stupid to even be providing this explanation. I'm insulting my own intelligence by granting you this explanation because you're too stupid to understand it, no doubt. Let's see. But on abuse and confrontation, obfuscation and misrepresentation. Well, that's another lie. Now, the details are all there. There's no obfuscation and there's no misrepresentation. I quote people. I'm not like you. You're the asshole who called us, that said we wanted to kill people, we wanted to exterminate them. when we're talking about procreation. You're the one who uses the distorted and perverted and excessive rhetoric. So yeah, fuck, you're the one making the eugenics analogies that have absolutely nothing to do with the subject. You're the one, again, cheating the argument all over the place. You're a cheater, Perry. A disgusting weasel cheater. Complaining because you got caught. You attempt to ridicule anyone who disagrees with you. It's not true. There's lots of people who disagree with me, and they do it in a straightforward, direct manner, and we've never had a problem. They still comment on my videos now and then. There's people who know how to argue an argument and who don't have to make it personal. So, fuck you. That's again another just piling on bullshit. Oh, because Gary has a disreputable reputation, I can just keep calling him a whore. Yeah, fuck you. Let's see, what you do by quoting out of context, well, that's just bull crap too. How the fuck can you play a video out of context? I mean, it's ludicrous. If I cheat the context, it'll be obvious to the fucking person listening. Jesus fucking Christ, you people are just such cowards. And by schoolboy ad hominem attacks. Well, again, if you think a man of integrity will allow some asshole, some dick shit who has no authority, who has no, degrees that I know of, that has no special knowledge that I know of, no reason for me to salute him, and yet he has the right to call me naive? Fuck you. If you think that's the way an adult deals with people, then I think you're an idiot. Adults realize they're no longer owned by parents, that they're individuals who've earned their fucking keep here. They have a right to a minimum of respect. And my minimum is, if you're going to call me naive, you better fucking prove it, you little weasel cunt. Because I've worked for my knowledge. I've worked for my understanding. It wasn't free. Yeah, I went to the school of hard motherfucking knocks. So fuck you. Then the next sentence he starts, you are very intelligent. Why would I have any respect for your opinion? Why exactly would that mean anything to me? I mean, again, and so how can you say you're too naive one minute, and then you say you're too intelligent next minute? I mean, it's a complete contradiction. It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't matter. The important thing are these, there's 10 facts in the world. If you get one of those 10 facts wrong, you're going to fuck up. Your knowledge base is broken. So this isn't about intelligence. It's about having a clean, sensible, solid knowledge base. That's what all of philosophy is, really. If you can't get those 10 facts right, you're going to fuck up. You're going to get something else wrong. Because those 10 premises define the truth quite realistically. And one of those premises is evolution. One of those premises is unintelligent design, chemistry, and a universe that has no mission. One of those premises is we control through our action what happens to other people. The future, the destiny of it, will be defined by us. That we have to be responsible, understanding the greater good, save the many, even if it means sacrificing the one. These are the truths. Okay, so that's 3 of them. There's another 7, no doubt. And you've obviously got some of those wrong. And it makes you an idiot. And I think that's about all. I mean, there's nothing. I really can't communicate with an idiot. So, fuck you.